Welcome.
Hello.
That is such a cool intro.
It
Hello.
is.
Hey,
How's
that's all
everyone
him,
doing?
man. That's all him.
High tech.
Yeah.
A tear just
try.
rolled down my eye.
Except, you know what, Fleeky, do you need to change the theme song of those ships going by? It's too 80s, man.
It's 280s.
280s.
I'll work on that.
What's wrong with the 80s?
No,
Well,
hey,
yeah.
I love it. It's just, some of our listeners, they might not get it. They're like,
Yeah.
what is this music?
The 80s is my wheelhouse, man. That's when I was in
I
the
know it
service.
is. I know. And I was a little kid in the 80s, and Roy was probably 16, 17, right, Roy?
Yeah.
In the 80s?
Yeah, graduated in 85, so.
Mazel, you weren't even born.
I was still swimming. I was still swimming, baby.
You were still swimming.
Women.
And Elizabeth
All
probably
right.
just graduated
I
college or something.
graduated high school in 88.
Oh, I was 12 when you graduated. So, okay, good to go.
Nice.
Again, Andrew, you're the boot.
Mazel, how old are you?
I am 33
Oh.
and 350
And
days.
when did you graduate
Oh.
boot camp?
07.
Yeah, I was on the USS Kearsarge, so that makes him the boot flake.
Yes, it
All right.
does.
Well, you graduated, Andrew. You're no longer the boot for the night
That's
anyway.
it. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right. So
Although
welcome
I think
back to another
Do you think,
episode. Yes, welcome back to another episode of TSP. We have a little bit different show tonight. We have a little panel going on. We're going to talk about homes. We're going to talk about mortgages, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to our Patreon members, everybody that supports us. We appreciate you. Wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to sit here and talk, give you information. So we really appreciate it. Charlie over at Single Tree Barbecue, I think he has a word to say for
What is going on, guys? It's your man Charlie right here from Single Tree Barbecue. Did you know we are on a mission to build community through undeniable hospitality and the perfect plate of barbecue? Y'all come check us out, 2805 Old Fort Parkway, right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Tuesday through Saturday from 11 to 8, Sundays from 11 to 4. Give us a call at 615-307-0120. You can check us out on all the social platforms at Single Tree BBQ. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you. Appreciate all the support.
Thank you,
Great,
Charlie.
Great food. Great
Yeah.
barbecue.
Charlie, I'll see.
If you haven't been
I'll
there
see
yet,
you
I
on
highly
Wednesday.
suggest you go. It's awesome.
Yep.
And Charlie's a veteran.
And he's Army, same as you, Roy.
Yep.
Damn
It's
Army
one of the
guy.
good guys. I mean,
He's
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Mazel. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
You're
next month
outnumbered.
you guys are the enemy.
Sorry, they like to call us the second Army, Mazel. So I think we're the first.
Hey, by the way, how was y'all's birthday the other day?
I don't remember it.
Mazel, do you want to go ahead? Did you celebrate?
It was November 9th, and then it was Veterans Day. So,
Does that mean you drank?
In the
November 10th,
in the most
dude,
typical
November 10th.
veteran way possible? I threw out my lower back. So
Nice.
happy Marine Corps birthday to me on Friday.
I got to cut a piece of cake for a Vietnam veteran, and he gave it to the youngest Marine, who is our own Herbert Hill, who is 44, and Robert was 75, and I was not the youngest Marine in the room, so I did not get a piece of cake.
oh,
Aw.
And I read General John A. Lejeune's letter, and Herbert read General Eric Smith's letter, so it was nice. It's very short.
cool.
Thank you, Mayday Brewery, for letting us have the party there. And thank you to Jim Africano for being our president of our auxiliary and making sure that the Marines got celebrated.
And you were also the MC at the Veterans Day.
Yeah, I
Hooray, huh?
was the MC at the Veterans Day celebration on the 10th. It was nice. It was nerve-wracking, but it was good. I actually got a couple of good compliments from some city commissioners, like, Andrew, you did a good job. Even my buddy Brian Morris from the other post, he said I did a good job. So thank you, Brian, for listening.
Nice. Somebody was listening. That's good.
Yeah. Brian gave you a compliment.
He did. He gave me I was shocked. I was like, oh,
That's
my
a big
God.
deal.
Wow. That is a huge deal. If you guys know what, but that's it. We won't go into that. Fleek, I got a couple announcements. Can I use this time and then we can get to the round robin?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
December 2nd, we are having a Christmas party at 1257 Northwest Broad Street in Murfreesboro. It is right next to MJ's, BYOB. Please come. Mazel, you are going to be in our post pretty soon. My quartermaster has all your information. So bring your treats, bring your party gifts. It's a potluck, so make some food for us. And we can sing songs and carol and have all this merriment. December 3rd is the hot chocolate bar at the 118th Air Wing. So if you are not busy, come down and see myself, Mazel, Elizabeth, and Roy, and hopefully past Commander Fleek. We will be giving out hot chocolate and all kinds of goodies to the families of the 118th Air Wing.
Awesome.
What time is that going to be at?
That will be, I think I'm going to be there at 09, but I think it starts at 10.
Okay.
Excellent.
And then I have a funeral to go to like right after, which I just found out about that today. So yeah.
You have two funerals.
Being a chaplain. I got two. Yeah, one on December 3rd and then one next weekend. Oh, and
Yes.
God, can we and please prayers for the Bachman family out of Hendersonville. Jim Bachman, who is a good friend of ours. He passed away, and we'll be having his funeral at the Church of Christ Church in Hendersonville on the 18th at 2:00.
Right on. And this weekend, I will be entertaining two veterans and a first responder in Detroit, Michigan. Taking a group of guys up through our nonprofit Minutes Wisely. What Minutes Wisely does is entertains veterans and first responders at sporting events. So I'm taking three gentlemen up to Detroit, Michigan to go to the Detroit Lions Chicago Bears game. Sorry, Roy.
I know. You never know. You never know.
Hey, you know what? Someday I'd like to go to one of these games too, Fleek. Just
For
saying.
sure. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. If it's hockey, no problem. Football, if we can go to a Pats game, that'd be great.
Well, football's winding down, and the next couple, I have some fundraisers in the works. And once that goes down, I'll be purchasing hockey tickets, and then that's when you come in there, buddy.
Awesome.
There you go.
Sweet, man. And by the way, the Pats are doing awful. The Pats suck this year. And
Yeah,
I'm so
I love
embarrassed
it.
to be a Pats fan.
I love it.
You're a Bruin fan, right?
And a Bruins fan too. And they lost to the Canadians 3-2. And I think they play Detroit tonight. Is it tonight or tomorrow?
It might be. I know Detroit's playing Thursday, but they're playing in Sweden. I think that's when it is.
Okay. I know.
Oh,
I know
They're playing an international
Bruins,
game.
Hey, but Bruins are top of their standings in the East, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
That's not a good year to be a Tennessee fan. I'll just say that much.
Very true, sir. Very, very true.
Hurting on all fronts. How are the Nashville SC doing, Roy? I haven't kept up.
We lost in the first round of the playoffs. So
Wow.
yeah, there's always
One day.
next year.
I'm sorry.
One day.
Yep. What is the season for soccer?
It March through
March.
Yeah, we just finished up, so March through October. It's there's some cold games out there.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Dude, we
Yeah.
got to get in on the soccer, man. Dude, that's big. Like, there are a lot of big crowds that go to that Geodis
They're
Park.
huge.
It's actually quite a long season. Lots of games. You got
And then you have
domestic league.
unlike regular sports, you have your season, and and then you have a couple different cup tournaments you're in too. So they're busy.
I don't know if I could sit through a soccer match.
Oh, you could.
90 minutes of running.
Yeah,
90
but there's
minutes
no commercial
of
break.
running.
All kinds of running.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. I was a
Not for you.
horrible soccer player. I was like, nope, this is not for me.
Too much running.
Too much running. Way too much running. Mizell,
You
were
should
you a
just let-
soccer player?
I am a soccer player. Excuse me, sir.
Hey, Andrew, you should have been in goalie. They don't run.
Nope. No past that. No past tense there.
No, dude, I was on the JV, and my coach said I'd never make the varsity in the 4 years I was in high school. That made me go to football and to hockey and rowing. And I'm like, nope, no soccer, no lacrosse. I'm going to stick to the sports I'm good at.
Yeah,
All right.
but when you're
And that was good, but I do play.
All right, so before we get in the meat and potatoes of this episode, you want to do a little round robin and introduce yourselves? You want to start, Mr. Andrew Farr?
Yeah, Andrew Farr, state chaplain, VFW commander, veteran advocate, and lover of crayons, I guess. I have to say that. See, I said it, Liz. I said it. I'm Elizabeth.
You did.
Sorry.
nice. Well, I'm Roy Pate,
Roy?
the veteran mortgage guy, Army veteran and non-crayon eater, and just a advocate for veterans in all forms, whatever I can do, not just mortgages, but anything I can help out with. So love to volunteer and help.
Nice.
Excellent.
Elizabeth?
I am Elizabeth Long. I am a realtor with Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates in Murfreesboro, and I am also an affiliate with Homes for Heroes national program, and I'll tell you more about that later.
Awesome.
And
So
then there's
you're-
me.
Special
And then there's
Forces
Michelle.
Marines down there.
Yeah.
Officer Doofus reporting for duty.
That's good. Nice.
My name is Marcel Gutierrez. I'm a U.S. Marine Corps veteran and
Hoorah!
also a lover of the crayons. I'm a financial coach for Pinnacle Elite. I train and educate veterans on improving their financial health.
Right on. Well, welcome.
Damn.
Awesome.
A
So
smart Marine.
I guess I'm the only sailor
Not
here.
very many of them out there, trust me.
No, there are not very many out there. I mean, I know a couple. I mean, I know like 5 on my hand. That's it.
Don't be so hard on
Fleek, who
yourself.
are you? Who are
I'm
you,
Fleek.
Fleek? Who are you, Richard?
I am the founder of NBR, the Nosebleeds Reports, TSP, which is the Scuttlebutt Podcast.
Yep.
Founder of Minutes Wisely, the nonprofit that takes veterans and first responders to sporting events. I was in the United States Navy. I am a flat top sailor,
Booyah.
aircraft carrier, Westpac, shellback. I am past commander of the American Legion, the Dearborn Allied War Veteran Council, the VFW. Pretty much try to hang with Andrew.
No. I try and hang with you, dude. I saw a picture of you with your American Legion hat and your white shirt. Damn,
Yes.
that looked good, man. That looked good.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I was
That
on
was
the
30 years ago?
well, not that long ago, probably 10, 15 years ago. But when I was back home, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Actually, be more specific, Dearborn, Michigan, right next door to Detroit. But when I was involved up there in the veteran community, I also was on the ritual team. So that was my ritual team uniform I was wearing. And I had the honor to bury probably 30 veterans during my time. It's very rewarding, but very sad. I actually had to bury a couple of my friends, and it's very emotional. And every time they played taps, I cried like a little girl. So I don't think I'll ever get over that.
Yeah,
Me too.
I think a lot of us do.
I did one funeral detail when I was in as a reservist. So when you're a reservist, you get called up for all these special funeral details because you're likely one of the only Marines around the family of the deceased. So you get randomly called up, and I got called up once, and it was a sombering experience, to say the least.
Yes, for sure.
Hey, Mizell, when you join our post, when we finally get you in, we're talking about a color guard or some kind of a drill team, because I'm terrible at drill, and you could probably teach us some stuff.
I'd probably make it that much worse, but I'll give it a shot.
Please do. Dude, it can't be as bad as me, man. They stuck me in the back of the squad. Like they're like, yeah, you're terrible. You're going all the way back there. I'm sorry. I wasn't a garrison Marine. I was a fighter. I didn't do the saluting thing, and I didn't care about any of that.
The saluting thing.
The General Order number 10 and all that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, wore my I unbloused my boots. I had gunny rolls. Like, I love that kind of shit.
The gunny rolls.
Now, you probably like that too, right? Yeah, the gunny rolls. That's right.
We called them McNasties.
McNasty? Oh my God, I haven't heard that in a long time.
So explain what a gunny roll is.
A gunny roll is basically. Wait, Mizell, do you want to do it or do you want me to do it?
No, go right ahead.
No, Mizell, explain it. Go ahead, man. You got it.
So in the Marine Corps, you can blouse your not blouse. You can roll up your sleeves, and
4 inches.
You're supposed to roll them before you put on the uniform. In other words, nice and sharp, where the creases are real tight and your arms are bulging out essentially, and you can't even scratch your face if they're really tight. You can't even touch your face.
Nope.
But
yes, that is true.
Gunnery sergeants are pretty much sick of the whole situation and just ready to get out most of the time. So they just roll them up with no intention of making it look good. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It looks like a bag of ass.
Bag of ass.
Yes, it looks like a bag of ass.
Whole bag of wet farts is what it looks like.
Hey, don't hold
Elizabeth,
back on my account.
No, on this show we can swear, we can do whatever
Have
we want.
at it.
Just don't talk about politics, because it gets me mad.
Yeah.
It gets Fleek loves no Fleek hates it too.
I don't like politics at all.
No,
Me neither.
I love my country, but I hate the people that run it. I should say I hate it. I hate their policies. I don't necessarily hate them. Let's get that
What's
straight.
the policy?
just the policies.
Their policies are garbage.
What policies?
Yeah.
And the jack wagons that came up with them.
Yeah. It's pathetic. Do better, guys. Do better.
Do better. Yes. Hashtag do better. That's
Yes. I like that.
That's a good one.
Hey, that's
So,
not mine. That's from the VFW. So I just trademarked it, and I took it and I stole it.
Do better is from the VFW.
Do better. Do still serving. Do better. Huge. Who here has heard of Irreverent Warriors?
Yes.
The Silkies hike.
Heard of them.
Never been, but yes.
Okay, that's one. That's two. Well, they just did something amazing. It's taken 2 years, but they just merged with Grunt Style. They will be the foreboding factor in preventing veteran suicide. Like, they just announced it on Veterans Day. Grunt Style and Irreverent Warriors. Like, Irreverent Warriors is founded by Donnie O'Malley. Mizell, you know who that is. Vet TV. You probably watched a lot of it when you were a boot.
When I was in country, what are you talking about?
Okay, wait, hold on. You were watching Vet TV in country?
Heck yeah.
Really?
And
you have the time to do that? Okay, good to go.
What the 2 weeks
I think he's
before
calling you
and
out.
2 weeks after. How about that?
Well, Vet TV, if you guys have never seen it, it is just the dark side comedy of the Marine Corps, and actually of all the services. It's hilarious. There's shows like Devil Docs, Meanwhile in the Barracks, The Recruiter, which is hilarious. You guys definitely have to check it out. But Donnie O'Malley founded Irreverent Warriors. So we bring veterans together using humor and camaraderie to improve mental health and prevent veteran suicide. That is their motto. It's online, irreverentwarriors.com. They do over 150 hikes all over the country, all over Europe, Frankfurt, Trieste, Italy, London. They're having one in St. John in the Virgin Islands on December 30th, but they're all over, and they do hikes in these cities, and everybody wears their ranger panties or their silkies.
The Silkies.
They hold their flag. Well, the Army calls it ranger panties. The Marines, we call them silkies. And by the way, Mizell,
He's dying.
Are you dying?
If you're asking if I have them on, I do. So
Yeah, I know, dude. So do I. I got like 17 pairs. Which, by the way, they're outlawed. They are outlawed in the Marine Corps. Like, we are not allowed to wear those anymore when we do PT.
that's
They show off too much stuff.
Yeah.
That's why the
There's
Marine
some
Corps
fun
got rid
ones out there too.
Yeah, they just had an
they make
event in
some fun
Nashville.
ones.
Like flowers and AK-47 all together.
And American Eagles in lovely spots. Yes, I've seen those.
My wife won't let me wear them outside the four walls of my home.
Dude,
So-
my wife's the same way. She's like, "Why are you wearing that?" I'm like, because I can."
Because
She's
freedom.
like, take those
Because
off.
freedom,
Put on
that's
some
why.
put on some regular shorts.
A little too much freedom.
So yeah, these
Freedom in
these
all
two
kinds
guys,
of ways.
Irreverent Warriors and Grunstyle are now like merged. And Jerry Flanagan, he's one of the guys for Grunstyle, and I think it's gonna be good. Like, you guys check out Grunstyle, check out Irreverent Warriors. It's a good combo, and it's gonna change lives.
Cool. Yeah, I think I've got a couple grunt style shirts.
Yes.
Hey, if you're at Woods Viking, they sell them for $12.99. They're on sale.
Where at?
Woods
Woods
Viking.
Viking, the barbershop where Commander Fleek and Paul Freeman were outside trying to sell
Okay.
books. What was that book that you were trying to sell, Fleek? Your cookbook?
Yes.
What's it called? Do you have a?
This.
Do we know what your cookbook looks like? Oh, look at that!
Oh, nice. I have a copy of that.
So
Sorry, just shamelessly plugging his book, his cookbook right now.
you're good. So
Thank
the
you.
concept behind the book is I brought my two favorite things together. This is me and my grandmother on the cover, and so I love cooking. It's one of my favorite things to do. So definitely one of my greatest hobbies. And my second favorite thing to do is talk to veterans. So what I did was I created a cookbook, and I put quotes from my guests, and there's some very emotional quotes in this cookbook. My wife was the very first person to read this, and after she read it, she looked at me. She said, "This is the saddest cookbook I ever read in my life." And
Sad cookbook.
yeah, I'm like, well, okay, that's kind of weird. But I try to tell her, like, it's not sad. These men, there's no women quotes because we very rarely have any women on this show. But
We've
all
had
men,
two.
but,
We've had two.
we've had a couple, but they haven't made it in the book yet. Maybe the next one.
The
But,
USS Gompers.
Just for instance, I just opened this up, and Marine veteran Josh Gunnison, he was in
yeah.
Iraq. He went to Iraq and came home with 100% of his men. In just a short time that he has been home, he had lost 47 of them to suicide, and that quote is in here.
Oh my god.
So
And Gunny, how are you? Primal Outfitters. Hello, thank you.
yes,
Thank
Gunny.
you for coming on the show.
What I do with the cookbook is the proceeds go to help promote my nonprofit where we send veterans and first responders to sporting events, and that in turn is we send them with a mentor to let them know that, hey, you're not alone. Talk to them all night long, maybe buy them a pizza, whatever. But it's our little way of trying to curb veteran suicide. So that's what we do with this show and the cookbooks.
Fleek, I got a good idea. Bring
Yes, sir.
copies of those books to the next meeting, because I know Mizell wants one. I don't know if Elizabeth has one yet.
I don't.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Ah, there you go. There you go.
So I've never taken them to the meeting only because there's a certain veteran there that has also written a cookbook, and me and that young man do not mesh too much.
Dude, he hasn't showed up in like 4 meetings, dude. Come on, you're fine. You're good.
Yeah. It'll be my luck. I'll show up and you'll be
I
there.
can't believe you just said that. Wow.
Cookbook
Well,
wars.
he's
Well,
probably
it's not
not
really
watching anyway.
It's not. It has nothing to do with cookbook wars. He's just I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because I haven't said his name. He's a horrible human
Blue
being.
Falcon.
He is a blue falcon. He
He's a blue
treats us. He has a service dog, and he is the meanest person ever to this dog.
Damn.
And so, what? Just
Can I
me
just
watching
say-
him treat his dog. I can't do it.
I hope you guys. I hope you guys insult each other with snarky cook.
Yeah.
Stuff
Oh,
like.
dude,
Yes,
it
100%.
is for an hour, man, and they attack me for like an hour. Okay, it's nothing but snarky, and I try to get a meeting done, and I hear like chitter chatter and this
Yeah.
and this, and but you know what? Nobody knows what's going on because they're too busy talking to themselves and not writing down the important shit that's coming out of my mouth.
Of course.
Like, when's the next meeting,
barbecue's
or
ass.
what's the next membership
Hey,
drive that we're doing? I mean,
So Andrew's favorite thing is you text them the morning of the meeting and say, "Hey, is there a meeting today? And where's it at?"
yeah,
Hey,
please do
you want to
that.
see him?
Everybody do that.
You want to see him blow his stack? Just do that. It's freaking hilarious.
Do you know, I answer that question more than I actually help out veterans. Like 300, I get 330 texts. When's the next meeting?
Yep.
Mizzelle, if you do that, I swear to God, you're going on the quarterdeck, and I'm going to haze the crap out of you.
Hey Andrew, when's the next meeting? Because I totally forgot. I'm not kidding. I'm totally
Awesome.
forgot.
For the VFW members,
He
it's
doesn't know. He
November
really
20th at 1800. And there's an American Legion meeting November 16th at 1800. Is that right, Roy?
Yep. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
And it's at 439 Rice Street at the Rutherford County Veterans Community Center.
Yes.
Or do they call it something else now?
The TriStar Community Center, I think, is what it's called now.
Thank you.
TriStar.
Thank you. I
So-
saw I saw the guy in charge, Keith, at the game at MTSU, and he
Yep,
says hi.
me too.
Are you were at the game too?
What's that?
You were at the
Yes.
game.
Yeah, I was at the
Oh
game.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Good
yes,
response.
yes, that's right. I thought you guys just stayed in the veteran village. I didn't know you guys came to the game.
Oh no, I went to the.
I had
My
to
daughter
leave.
and I went
I had
to
to
the
leave
game.
early.
We had some funnel cake. We got to see a big victory. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, they
I
killed
mean, I
what
skipped
20 to
after,
6,
but
right?
40-6, 49.
40 to
something
6.
like
Oh man, they killed FIU. Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't even get on the field and march with you guys because I had to go back to Mayday Brewery to get the party ready. But
Yeah.
good job, guys. Good job walking.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
So
I think we were 3/4 of the crowd.
TriStar building is where I met Roy. I was invited to a veteran networking group there.
Yep.
Oh, was it networking for awesome people?
No, it's a separate group. We get together, vets serving vets.
But we're awesome anyways.
Yeah, we are awesome, of course.
It's a good little group, small, but we're trying to grow it.
Yeah.
I'm going to plead the fifth on that one.
I
What?
think we lost
What?
you,
Come
Marine.
on, man. That was a little
No, I'm
funny.
still here.
Yeah, no, that
Oh,
wasn't
look.
funny.
He's a,
Where'd Mazzelle go?
yeah. What the heck?
He's
Dude,
You
he's
see his teeth.
get,
Ooh.
hey, get your MV. Oh, my God. Dude, get your MVGs on.
I tried to make that as creepy
your
as
set-
possible.
You did a
Get
good
your
job.
7 Bravo.
Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it, bro.
Great job.
Yeah, you creepy as hell, dude.
So I just want to point out that we have a mortgage guy, a realtor, and a financial coach. So are we here to talk about some purchasing
let's talk about that.
homes?
Yeah.
What's going on with you
Roy,
guys?
go first.
I'll go first. Okay. Well, as a group, we kind of feel that, and I'll steal some of your thunder, but we come together and we can help plan somebody or help somebody from the beginning of, hey, we're not even talking about homes. We're talking about budget, finance, because military veterans were not necessarily the best people, especially when we're in the service, as far as financial planning or budgeting. Masail brings a lot of expertise there to help lay that groundwork or that foundation, so that when they come to me and they're worried about, yeah, well, how many enlisted do you know that shortly after getting in and getting their permanent duty station, they're driving this big new truck, an E2, E3, big new truck.
That's
All this money coming in every couple
Still
weeks.
do, baby.
You buy a
Still
Harley, you buy a truck, or you buy a Porsche.
Yeah.
Yes, that's deployment money.
Right.
Yep.
There you go. There you go. And I see it. So I see it when they come to me and say, hey, I want to buy a house. And I'm like, hey, what is this $1,200 car payment?
Wait, Andrew,
Well-
you got paid?
Very little, sir. Very little.
You guys are getting paid?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it wasn't much back in my day. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what. I mean, I can't imagine what you got because you were in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
86 to 90.
What was an E4 getting in the 80s? Base pay.
I wish I could remember. I actually came across some of my old pay statements.
No.
Yeah, I just
And-
had mine too.
I have no idea what I was making. It was nothing. It was very minimal. Even being in Germany with the cost of living and allowance,
Oh,
it still
yeah.
wasn't. It wasn't great.
I thought I had.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway,
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Roy.
No, that's
sorry,
it. You're
segue.
fine. Hey.
Anyways,
I'm used to it. So Masail lays the groundwork. I help you with the mortgage, and there's a lot of misinformation about mortgages, VA mortgages out there. Just the one group we talked to, they were dumbfounded some of the things we could do that they were told, no, you can't. So it's really for me, it's about promoting homeownership by educating realtors and veterans, current members of the military, so they understand their benefits. Hopefully they work with me, but if they don't, at least they go in armed with some education, whoever they wind up working with. And then Elizabeth takes it from there and has a great program, which I'll let her talk about, which is a Homes for Heroes program. And we think the three of us form a really good team to help educate. How much is okay? Can't see. I'm on the
All
small
right,
monitor
so-
right now.
I was in 1985 as an E3. This paycheck was for $186.
oh man, under $200. Wow, that sucks.
$186.
Wow.
Don't spend it all at once, man.
Right?
Holy cow.
So
Yeah, but how much of that was going to GI Bill and all that stuff too?
Yeah, the total was, I don't know, there's a shit ton of numbers. My take home pay was $186, but
Yeah.
Every
there's a
2
bunch
weeks.
of shit that went everywhere else. I had some
Yeah.
money going to the bank too, but
Jeez.
needless to say, I was not driving a big ass truck.
No. Even though things were cheaper back then, they weren't that much cheaper.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's kind of what I guess what we do as a team is try to we're out there to help educate and inform people on how to get to the point of owning a home or the benefits of owning a home, things like that. But Masail is kind of he's the ground floor he's got to build everything from the ground floor up to help teach people the financial end of things. So I'll let him kind of speak for that.
Actually, I got one question before we go to the jarhead scary guy in the corner. Roy, for people that are 100% disabled, like with the VA,
Yep.
what do they get some kind of a tax exemption for owning a home?
There is so state of Tennessee does have a exemption of a certain amount. It's based, you have to have full disability. It doesn't mean you're stuck in a wheelchair and can't move around 100%. As you know, is a weird mathematical complicated math problem that the government came up with you could see somebody on a regular basis, never know that they're 100% disabled from the military. So yeah, so there's that. And they also say they don't have to do the funding fees. You don't have to pay the funding fee. With your first time use is 2.15% of the loan amount. So $300,000 loan, you're saving yourself $6,000 right there. So yeah, definitely. And depending, and that we just need a 10% disability to waive the funding fee. But each state, there are some states that, like Illinois, there are parts of Illinois where there's no tax.
South Carolina is one of them. Alabama, Texas.
Texas, I was going to say, yeah.
There's about 18 of them.
Some huge benefits there.
Well, hey, we're looking at Virginia, South Carolina, and maybe Georgia to move. And we picked those places because in South Carolina, I could get property tax exemption and 6 acres, which is amazing.
Yeah, good deal. But definitely, once again, that's another thing that we've had clients that have bought a house, didn't know about that. 3 years later, we talked to them about a refinance or whatever, and they find out, oh, I didn't have to be paying taxes all this time.
So I have a question for you, Roy. When I purchased my house, I purchased it 3 years ago, and it was under the GI bill, or whatever the hell they call it, the VA loan. And obviously 3 years ago, the interest rate was a lot lower than it is today. I think mine's 2.75, whereas today it's like, what, 8 or something? Close to 8?
7.5.
7.5. But I was told that I could sell my house if I ever wanted to sell my house to another veteran, and they could assume my rate. What's up with that? How's that work?
Yeah. So on the surface, that sounds fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Great way to sell your home. But as we know, there's always a catch, or there's always other things. You could actually sell it to a non-vet, and they could assume your loan. However, it doesn't free up your entitlement. So I don't know a reason why somebody would do that. But let's say I come along and let's say you owe $300 on your house. Market's gone up. You decide you want to sell it for $550. As it stands currently, I have to bridge that gap of what I'm buying it for versus what you owe. And in this case, let's say that's $200,000, $250,000. Not a lot of people walking around $250,000 put down that are using their VA benefits to buy the house. The other thing is so if I'm with Chase Bank for my mortgage, you have to go through Chase for that assumption, and they're not required to approve you. So you've got to qualify, credit, income, etc. And that process, which their VAs come out with some guidelines to try to shorten that, but the process could be 3 months, could be 4 months, 5 months. It's kind of a situation they haven't been in. So most places don't have the staff to even handle that. So if you're a seller, are you going to wait 3 months for somebody to go through this process? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably sell it twice in the 3 months.
Right. Yeah.
So, and there's some small fees involved.
And then you as the veteran, if you're the original homeowner, you can't reuse your VA loan. You have to wait till your VA loan is freed up, which means the other person would have to pay their loan off.
So if you're the veteran selling,
yes.
So once they assume your mortgage, it frees up your entitlement.
Oh, okay.
And even if it did occupy your entitlement, you still have bonus entitlement that may allow you to still buy a second house, because you can have more than one loan, more than one VA loan.
Yeah, I got you. All right.
Yeah, I got captains who have like 6 different houses. One in Hawaii, one in North Carolina, one in South Carolina. And they use the VA loan on every single one of their properties.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we teach too, is the building wealth through that, because you start out young, you're an E4, you buy a small basic 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath. It's not beautiful, it's not fantastic, but you wind up PCSing to a different duty station. You keep that other property, you start renting it out. The bases are 2 to 5 year term, you're going to be there. So you've got constant inflow of new renters, and you can start building a little wealth empire so that at your 20 years, some of these homes are going to be paid off, or at least they're cash flow positive, and you're making money on top of your retirement benefit. So yeah, it's a best loan program out there. It's just unfortunately gets a bad rap with some agents. Some sellers will say we don't want to look at VA because. So I'm going to go off on a little bit of a rant, but the buyer has no skin in the game. That's what they say. Buyer has. I've heard that during COVID twice. Buyer has no skin in the game. Really?
They've had more skin in the game than anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Sign away your life for however many years and let the government do whatever they want, send you wherever they want it. So the average VA borrower has a credit score in the 720s.
Sounds wildly familiar to another contract I signed in my previous life.
Yeah.
They get to ship you wherever they want, to tell you exactly what to do and tell you when
Yeah.
to wake up and when to sit down.
And they promise you 3 meals a day, but that doesn't always work out either.
MREs, lots of them.
MREs, yep. But I've talked enough. Misael, why don't you take over?
Yeah, what are you doing down there, man? You're making all kinds of noise and
The light goes on, it goes
Roofing
off.
in his truck.
Sounds like you're doing
I'm
something
hiding
weird with a
from my
gerbil
children.
down there.
I have to
I'm
find
going to follow that up.
the only place that my children cannot find me is in my truck. So this is what I have to work with.
Okay.
Before we move on to another subject, I do want to piggyback off of the property tax topic. If you're 100% P&T, it does depend by county as to whether or not they'll waive it. It's not guaranteed, at least in the state of Tennessee, from what I was told by the county clerk office here in Dixon, is they allocate so many funds for that quote unquote waiver. So you have to actually call the county clerk office of your county and say, hey, I'm requesting a waiver of property taxes. Here's my, proof that I'm a 100% P&T, and then they'll send you a check in the mail. So
and they will.
Just wanted to,
I did mine in October last year and the year before. I did it this year. I'm going to get a check in March. So Rutherford County is good for the waiver. I don't know about the other counties.
And you have to do that every year. They don't automatically do that for you, right?
Yeah.
They have no idea who you are or what you do or where you serve. They don't know who you are as far as they're concerned. You have to go claim it yourself. So, anywho, before I go into what I do,
What do you do?
Dude, you crack me up, man. You really do. You crack me up.
I'm a natural comedian. What can I say? I almost wish my job didn't exist at all. And the reason I say that is because if I didn't do what I did, that means that person or veteran was educated in some way or shape or form in their prior, life, or whether it was college or in the military or post-military. Somewhere along the line, someone took the time to educate them on how to manage their personal finances. And the unfortunate truth is that it doesn't happen often, and it doesn't happen enough. What I do is long story short, sit down with a client and we go over their personal finances. We see where there's any holes to plug, and I educate them and I train them on how to improve their financial health. As boring as that might sound, you would be shocked at how many people don't even know how to balance their own cash flow. You'd be shocked. I mean, I've had doctors, literally with doctorate degrees, come to me and say, "Hey, the IRS is after me." I'm like, "How? What's going on?" Or, I've had very prestigious, I won't say any names, but people who you would expect to know what they're doing, be in serious financial debt, and they just don't know what to do or where to go. So, like Roy said, I lay the groundwork before the veteran goes to apply for a VA loan. And my goal is really just to build that confidence to where you can say, hey, I can't afford this home because I know what my budget is. I know how much I spend. I know how much I make. My credit score needs a little bit of work, but I've got a plan to fix that. And, creditors love seeing that stuff. I mean, I'm sure Roy can back me up here. If they see that you have if you have debt, but they see that you have a game plan on how to get rid of that debt and you stick to it, they're more likely to loan you the funds than they are if you didn't have any game plan at all. So the financial world is kind of a big spectrum. You can be on the, I'm in deep trouble, deep doo-doo side where, you owe $200,000 in credit cards. Hopefully you're not on that spectrum. Or you can be on the opposite end where you're saying, hey, I've got $600,000 in a 401k. I'm ready to retire in a few years. I just need to know what to do with this money. So it's quite kind of a broad spectrum, and there's really no cookie cutter approach to any of it. You really just have to sit down and dig in and see what's going on with their, financial situation. I'll give you an example. I've got clients who own multiple properties. They have a very well-loaded retirement policy, but they have a sick daughter and they have medical debt up to their eyeballs, and they don't know where to go from there. They don't know what to take care of first. And it can be life-changing to sit down with a professional and really figure out a game plan and sort of get a step-by-step and a timeline of an approach on how to get rid of that debt. So,
Plus, you come in at the end afterwards too, because I put people in a whole bunch of debt and play defense on that mortgage, but Maseo comes in afterwards to help play offense and help build some wealth afterwards as well. So you're beginning and an end.
That's true.
The alpha and the omega.
I am the end and the beginning.
We just went over that in Bible study class on Wednesday. Revelation.
That's a scary book.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's it. Hey, that's all we're going to talk about that. That's it. No, I'm not mentioning it anymore.
Well, the good news is if the end comes, you don't have to pay a mortgage. So.
Sure. Hey.
You're sick, dude.
Is that your game plan?
outlive my mortgage.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
The big star of the team is Elizabeth because she's going to give you money.
Yeah, she does. Yes, she is.
Yeah. So
that was a good segue, man. I like that. That was good.
That was good.
Good job,
I'm a
Roy.
realtor with Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates, and I'm also an affiliate with Homes for Heroes, which is a national program. It was started by a real estate group after the tragic events of 9/11 as a way to thank first responders. And as an affiliate, I pay to be part of that program. I pay a yearly fee. And then I also give 30% of my commission back to the Homes for Heroes program. Part of that money is given to their nonprofit, Homes for Heroes Foundation, which they use to give grants to fund other nonprofits that assist veterans in need. So when a veteran or law enforcement officer, healthcare worker, teacher, firefighter, EMT, if any of those people in those occupations work with me in buying and selling a home, as a thank you, they get a rebate check back after closing. And it's based on the percentage of the home sale price. So, for example, if they buy a $300,000 home, they'll get a rebate check back of $2,100. And of course,
the blinds or maybe that new furniture or
new furniture,
the big TV,
TV. Okay, gas stove. I mean, whatever you want to use it for. I worked with Army veteran in September, he and his wife, and they bought a new home and sold their older home. And between the two rebate checks, because they got one for both transactions, they got over $5,000 back as a thank you for his service.
Wow. So you get it on the sale and the buy then.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, and they also get, so lenders can also be part of Homes for Heroes, and lenders provide a discount to their services as well. So they will save an additional, usually $500 credit towards their services. Title companies will also usually provide about $150 credit towards their services, and home inspection companies will usually provide about $50 credit.
Yeah, we pay for the appraisal and we waive our processing fee, which comes to about $1,150. So
Mhm.
So
Wow, I'm gonna
Elizabeth,
use
what do
you
you
guys.
get out of it for? What do you personally get out of it for giving up your own money?
That's a good question. I think a lot of realtors are not part of this program, unfortunately, because you do give a large percentage of your commission
yeah, it's
back to Homes
Yeah.
for Heroes, and that's a big chunk of money. I'm in a fortunate position that I don't rely on just my income, and I have lots of people in my family who have been in the military and healthcare, nurses, law enforcement. My grandfather was a Marine. My uncle is a Marine veteran. I've got cousins who are in the Army, National Guard. So I know, kind of the sacrifices that they and their families have made. And so it's my way to give back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Nice.
I mean, and you get this. What is it? A couple of weeks after closing, something like that, or is it?
Yeah, it's pretty soon after closing. You can get it in either electronic form or in a check mailed back to you.
Okay.
So obviously electronic is faster, but yeah, it only usually takes about a week.
And so who has moved into a new house and been like, oh my God, I have to purchase all these other items?
Everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
forgot the toilet paper,
Yep.
anything that, you want to fill your home with, or, I mean, $5,000, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Put that in savings.
Where were you guys 3 years ago?
Yeah.
You
They were
can pay
here.
off
They
debt.
were here.
Just
Yeah.
saying, you can pay off some debt.
What's that,
You
Miss
could
Ale?
pay off that too. Yes.
Yes, you could pay off your debt. Yes, thank you.
Pay off that big screen TV. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I
New,
got a question.
new gun, debt.
New gun.
New gun, debt.
Roy, I got a question for you. Do you deal with HELOCs as well, home equity line of credit, for your clients?
So here's my spiel on home equity line of credit. I usually wind up referring them to somebody I know because they do it cheaper, the rates are better, they do a great job of it. I can do them, but HELOCs were not super competitive when it comes to those. So
Okay.
I always want to do what's best for the borrower, even if it means I don't get something out of it. It's taking care of the client. So a lot of times I'll refer those out.
Okay.
But people are looking at those right now because you're like Richard, you've got a 2.75 rate and $200,000 of equity. I want to tap into some of that, and that the HELOC can sometimes help you with that.
Yeah, we did last year.
Yeah.
Paid off our timeshare with that HELOC, and I'm paying the mortgage and the HELOC. And yeah.
Did you talk to Marcel first?
No, because I didn't even know who Marcel was until I met Marcel at the Blackman High School football game because of Elizabeth.
Yeah.
True.
That's right. Yeah.
And then Marcel begged me to be in the VFW 12206 because we are the best VFW in the entire state of Tennessee.
You forgot the part where we locked eyes and fireworks went off.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We hugged in midair.
The romance began.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
I remember we were all standing around and Andrew just yelled, "Marine."
we rubbed chest hairs.
He
and
does
we
that.
rubbed chests together. That's right.
Oh my gosh!
There
we
go.
This is PG-13, guys. Come on now.
Dude, this
So
is this is like rated R, Roy.
A couple of weeks ago, we sent 2 Marines to the Monday Night Football game in Detroit, and I was making fun of them. I was like, "Hey, try not to make out or anything on the way there." When they got to Detroit, they literally sent me a picture of the 2 of them holding hands downtown Detroit. It was hilarious.
Hey.
That was Brad. One of them was Brad.
Yeah, it was.
Were they wearing their silky?
I'll hold hands with you any day of the week, man.
I'd be proud.
I'm okay.
Honored.
Hey, Mazel, I gotta ask you a question. This is a Marine question. Who are you attached to again? Who are you with?
Mike Battery, 3rd Battalion, 14th Marines. Full string, go boom.
Oh yeah.
Full
That's
string,
right.
go
Okay,
boom.
that's it. Sorry, had to get that out of the way. Had to.
Oh, you're good.
I also wanted to say that Homes for Heroes gives out grants to other nonprofits who support veterans.
Ooh.
And so I can apply on your behalf for a
Yeah.
grant.
Use
And
wisely.
often they're for $10,000.
Wow.
Well,
That could
tickets.
pay for a lot of sports tickets.
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
Yes, we definitely. I
So
will send you an email.
we need to get, yeah, absolutely.
Hey,
Speaking
I'm
of that,
first, 'cause, I'm first.
speaking of that,
You
I would
mentioned
love
it
to
to me
have.
first.
If the three of you shoot me your contact information, I could put it in the show notes. So when this show goes live, people can actually know how to get a hold of you instead of just listen to you. So
Okay.
shoot me your contact info, and I'll make sure it gets in the show
will
notes.
And Mazel, we want to actually, we love Roy, we love Elizabeth, but we want to interview Mazel sometime in the next couple weeks and get your story, like just without the, other commentary from the Army and a zoologist.
From,
No offense.
from another top
No
secret
offense,
location.
Elizabeth.
But are you trying to say?
Yeah.
Are you trying to say you want to dumb this conversation down? Because I'm totally down for that.
Marine, Army, and
A little bit.
zoologist walk into a bar.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's a good one. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I think
That's good.
this group needs a zoologist in charge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
Hey,
For
so-
the
I
shipmate,
got my bird right
and for
next
the
to me.
soldiers of the sea.
How did you go from a zoologist to real estate? That's kind of a strange transition.
It is really. It was a step-by-step transition, actually. So I'm originally from Ohio. I went to
Ah,
Ohio.
damn.
Oh,
Go
wait.
back.
Where's the delete button
Scuttlebutt
at?
chili.
Hey,
Scuttlebutt chili.
Disconnect.
My mom went to University of
Disconnect.
Michigan, so we have a little bit of a rivalry there. So I went to Ohio State. I got my zoology
Oh,
degree
God.
from Ohio State.
Buckeyes.
Buckeyes! I
Yeah,
worked at the
Fleek
Columbus
hates the
Zoo.
Buckeyes. Hates
What?
them with a passion. Fleek, he hates the
Hates?
Buckeyes with a
Yeah.
passion. Hates them.
Absolutely.
Hates. Well,
I mean, hates.
all right.
It's pretty bad.
I didn't play in the football team. I just went there.
Same.
Uh-huh.
I hate the entire state, to be honest with you.
Oh my. Oh,
What's that?
there. The
It's
gloves
the
are
worst
off
state
now.
it's the worst state in the union. Like it's
Why?
so boring, it's flat.
It is flat.
It's
Hey,
I'll give
Toledo's
you that.
nice.
Toledo's
I
not
like
nice.
Toledo.
Toledo. Come on now.
I mean,
Yeah, what the hell?
Toledo is nice.
it's nice. I don't think I would
Yeah,
say it's
Toledo-
nice.
Toledo's not
I
nice.
mean,
No.
for a Marine that just
Hey.
graduated from boot camp, I think
This is-
Toledo was
No,
very nice.
this is how smart Ohio is. We literally
Oh.
traded Toledo for the Upper Peninsula. That's a true story.
You know what Cleveland is? It's the septic tent of America.
Yeah,
Careful, there's going to be some Cleveland people here. I'm telling you.
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna get roasted
This
now.
podcast was far
we
and
just
wide.
lost.
lost.
South
We
real
just lost
fast.
Ohio.
Yeah,
Fleek, we just lost Ohio.
Yes, we did.
I have a brother that lives in Columbus, Ohio, man, and I rib him all
Yeah.
the time.
Well,
But
Oh, my
sorry.
gosh.
The welcome sign to Cleveland says "Where dreams go to die" in bold print.
oh,
geez.
no.
My- So my apologies. We went off on a tangent there. I wanted to
Alright.
hear.
Sale got some stories.
I wanted to hear the story on the zoologist to realtor. We blew
okay.
it.
Getting my zoology degree, I was working at the Columbus Zoo while I was working there. Also got my education degree from Bowling Green State University,
Nice.
again in Ohio. I'm sorry.
good.
Then I combined the two of those and managed zoo education department. So I worked at the Lowry Park Zoo in Tampa, Florida, for about 3
Nice,
years.
that's better.
I co-managed that for about 3 years, and then decided I didn't like Tampa that much. And my
Too hot.
husband's from Murfreesboro. We decided to go back up to Tennessee, and I got a job at the Nashville Zoo and managed the education department at the Nashville Zoo, developed programs, supervised employees, and managed the education animal group. We had everything from ferrets to hedgehogs, parrots. For a little while, we had a monkey in the outreach department, snakes, hissing cockroaches, skunks, opossums, hawks, kestrels, owls. I mean, we a little bit of everything that we used in education programs. We did not use those on outreaches, though. I think the outreach program, I'm not sure about the Nashville Zoo. I think perhaps the Columbus Zoo might use kangaroos during outreach, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. I just love kangaroos. We went to the Nashville Zoo, and I love the kangaroos. They're awesome.
Yeah. Go through and you can pet them while they're laying on the ground, just minding their own business.
They're so cute, but they will kill you. They will kill you.
They will. They can be kind of nasty. The big ones.
Yeah. The big one. Yeah.
The big ones. Yeah. So let's see. Where did I go from there? Had kids, stayed home with kids. When my son went into kindergarten, I decided to do something different other than stay at home and watch children. And so I decided to develop a custom carpentry business. So I did that for about 5 years and built barn doors and solid wood kitchen tables and built-ins and all that kind of stuff, just because I thought it was going to be fun. So I did that for about 5 years.
That's
and
interesting.
My business name was The Carpenter Bee, if you want to see some of the stuff that I made. And then my husband and I decided we wanted to find another way to kind of earn extra money, wanted to help him kind of retire early, if possible. And so we looked into real estate and got my license, started going. That's
The rest is history.
Yeah. What's that?
The rest is history.
The rest is history. Yeah. So lots of animal stories in between and building barn doors.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the right spot for real estate.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is definitely a booming area around here for real estate, for sure.
Too many people moving here, right?
Lots of people moving here. Yeah.
Too many people. Oh, by the way, Nashville is like the worst city to commute. Did you guys read that in the news?
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's no fun.
No, not at all. It takes 30 minutes to get across town in Murfreesboro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, try that in Spring Hill.
Oh, no, I can't even imagine Spring Hill. I can't.
That's because all these damn Yankees are moving down here.
Right? I mean, these people from Chicago and Detroit. It's crazy.
It's the entire state of California.
And Ohio.
I've been in Tennessee long enough. My husband says I've been converted. I'm okay.
Okay.
How long have you been in Tennessee, Elizabeth?
How long? Let's see. How long have we been in Tennessee? Since 98. 98.
Holy, yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah,
Holy
been here
shit.
a minute.
Damn.
I've been converted.
Yeah. Well, not many people are from Tennessee anymore that live here. So
correct.
I mean,
I
I
have
was
family
born
that
here.
still live in Michigan. Speaking of Detroit, my uncle, who is the Marine veteran, lives just outside of Detroit.
Do you know where at?
Allen Park.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guys, I was born in Tennessee, but I moved away. I went to New Hampshire and then Savannah and then found my way back here. So I am native, but I did not grow up here.
You grew up in the Boston area.
In the Bastion. Where was
we got a pocket car.
Yeah, pocket car in Harvard Yard.
That's a wicked pissa.
It's right.
A wicked son of a day. Hey, guy. Hey, Mizelle, where are you from, man? We're all having a conversation here. You're like quiet and being.
Yeah,
all,
you fell asleep in your car.
Somebody's sneaking up on him. He's got to be quiet.
I'm from Jalisco, Mexico. No, I'm just kidding. I'm from New York City.
Mexico.
So,
New York City.
Yeah, I was born and
Yankees,
raised in New
another
York.
one.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, sure. The Bronx.
You're from the Bronx. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mom and dad are first generation immigrants. They came here with the whole, the stereotypical story of moving here with $5 in your pocket and a dream.
Yes.
That's
heard
them. So, they came here back in the 80s and started over. They were both in their teens and didn't know a lick of English. Now they speak somewhat decent English.
What country?
Yeah, they do.
Mexico. My dad's Mexican. My mom is Guatemalan. So, yeah, I grew up in a bilingual household, and I'm not really sure, and I still don't know to this day. I'm not really sure which language I learned first because, the Spanish was taught at home, but I was surrounded by English. So
You probably learned both at the same time.
probably did. I probably confused a lot of other kids too along the way.
Probably.
With that.
Where do
with
you
that
live?
Spanglish of yours.
In my casa, So, duh.
That's good.
So, yeah, I was 9 years old when I moved to Nashville, and that was in '99.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yep. I moved to Hermitage when Hermitage there was no one living there really, and then all of a sudden it became the leak of Mount Juliet, and now it's super expensive to live there, just like everywhere else in Nashville.
Yeah.
There's nothing cheap. There's nothing cheap west of or east of Jackson, Tennessee, which is 2 hours away from here. So.
It's
Yeah,
terrible.
it's
I
crazy.
actually hate going that way. Memphis,
Yeah.
Jackson, Paris. I don't like driving that way. It's boring. Boring as hell.
The closer you get to Memphis, the more your soul dies. So that's
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Justin Johnson,
big
I
black
hope you heard
hole.
that.
Yeah.
my wife's from Bartlett, Tennessee, which is like
Oh gosh, really?
I can
Wow.
say that with a full heart. Okay.
I think I
Yeah,
did a wedding in Bartlett, Tennessee, like a long time ago, like a couple years ago.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Bartlett, Tennessee. Huh?
That's
Okay.
how it sticks, man.
Yeah.
How many people live in Bartlett, Tennessee?
3.
Okay.
Exactly 3. It's like, I don't know. I wouldn't even call it its own city, really. It's just it's kind of like what Antioch is to Nashville.
Oh God, Antioch.
Yeah.
No offense to Antioch. That's tough to live in Antioch.
Yeah, be careful.
Called Hispaniac. Hispaniac.
I used to go to that Papa John's there all the time when I worked at Papa John's just to pick up product, and traffic was just crazy.
They have the best
Even
food.
back then.
You gotta admit, the food is at least a little better than East Nashville. Did I just piss off a lot of people by saying that?
Our numbers are
Yeah,
driving.
I know.
Quiet.
Dead quiet, dude. Oh my God.
Chirping.
I just checked. We're number 10 in Tennessee now. Oh, sorry.
Oh crap. Nice job. Way to go, Marine. Hey, Mazel, what you get out of us? Corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant?
Sergeant, sir.
Oh, good.
I,
Hey, good for you. You made it to sergeant, E5. Very nice.
Yeah, barely. I didn't even know
I did
it.
well, dude. I couldn't. I got caught drinking in Iraq in 05, and I was a
As
E2
you did.
twice, E3 twice, E4 once.
Hell yeah.
I could not
What'd you-
make
You're not.
What'd you end up as?
Sorry,
E4.
lights went off again. But you're not a true Marine if you haven't gotten ninja punched at least.
That's
once.
right, man. That's right. Chester Fullery's like, yep, give me the Marines from the brig, and I'll take them.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we
Yeah.
wrap up, we always end up with saved rounds, man. So who wants to give us
Yeah.
their saved round? Who's got words of wisdom for us? Who's gonna?
Words of wisdom.
Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah, what do you got, Roy?
I say this a lot. I encourage, recommend anybody getting out, anybody relocating. First place to go, join the VFW, join the American Legion, join one of the veteran groups. I did not, when I lived my whole life in Illinois, got out of the military, really wasn't a part of any of the groups. Part of moving to Tennessee, knowing nobody, no friends, no family, perfect way to reconnect or to find my people was to join the American Legion and get involved. And it's been a godsend. I've made some great friends. Richard, Andrew, Masail, Elizabeth, you're not a veteran, but you're still part of that group. Just finding our people. We are different. We're not like everybody else. And once you find your people, you'll be much more comfortable. It'll make some of those things we all go through in life a lot easier to deal with when you've got some of your people around you.
Well said, Roy. Well said.
Yeah, it's easier to talk to other veterans. My wife yells at me when I'm talking to a civilian.
You can't say those kind of things.
Yeah,
Hey, Katrina
what the
does
hell
the
did you
same
just
thing
say?
to me. Yeah, Katrina says the same thing. She's like, hey, shut up.
It's just words, man. What the
It's
hell?
just words. But they're words that hurt.
And Elizabeth's picking it all up now.
Just
So
a bunch of words that start with F.
yes.
Yes.
An F-bomb here, an F-bomb there.
Right. And in between, you've got some wisdom.
Yeah, a little bit. Not much.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, any words of wisdom from you?
Yeah, I would say right along with that, get together with a group of people that you feel good with and can talk with. And, mental health, that's super important. A lot of, there's a big stigma around mental health. I've, had family members with mental health challenges, and it's, it can be really, really, really hard for everybody involved with that person, and it affects everybody. And but that person, has to want to get help, and that's the hardest part for the people who love the person going through something is, no matter what you say or do, that person has to want it, and it's really hard for the people around to support that person and continue to do so when they see that them still struggling. So just get some mental health support, get some people surrounding you that support you.
Yeah. It's tougher it's easier when you have connections. People you think twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. For sure.
Good job.
I'll
Thank you,
piggyback on
Elizabeth.
that.
Jarhead, what do you got for us, man?
Well, I have to draw it out because things are really complicated for me to explain. So, I'm just kidding. Piggybacking off of the holiday season stuff. This is a rough time for a lot of veterans. This is like, a lot of times they, the vet starts to feel a bit lonely, don't know who to talk to, maybe sort of cornered. And I can't speak for all the branches, but I know the Marine Corps, we're taught to bottle everything up and suck it up, and that can be a disaster mentally. So
don't do that.
I think the VFW and the American Legion and even these small groups like this are a godsend, really, because this keeps us away from downing a bottle or downing a whole thing of pills or whatever. Anything to keep you distracted and keep your mind from absorbing all the bad is definitely good. Get to know God. He's real, and he's proven to me that he's real. I don't know if we can talk about Christianity on here, but
Sure can.
Do it anyway.
No, we welcome it.
Yeah.
Awesome. But he's real. I was a non-believer for a long time. And he has proven to me that he's real and he exists, and he's always listening. And I just encourage anybody who's struggling to get to know him a little better. And if you don't know how to get to know him, find someone who can help you there.
Yep.
That's all I got to say.
No, oh man, that's great. That was great. Damn.
Yes. Well,
Sorry, I got so heavy there.
he's gone.
Oh.
He's gone.
I thought he fell out of the truck.
He's been spotted.
Somebody just ran out of there.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming on and talking to us today. And
thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Don't forget to send me your contact info so I can put it in the notes. So if anybody's looking for a realtor, a mortgage guy, or a finance guy, we know where to send them.
The trifecta.
Yes.
Trifecta.
The trifecta.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
Ms.
appreciate
Zeltz,
the opportunity.
hey, give us something in Spanish real quick.
We're not going to know what you're saying.
Let's see. Ama con todo tu corazón y ama con todo tu sentido. It means love with all your heart and love with all your feelings.
Hell yeah.
I like
Excellent.
I like it.
Gracias.
I hope I didn't get anybody pregnant saying that.
it.
I think
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, he went there.
Andrew can't
Latin
get
lover.
pregnant.
I can't get pregnant. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I can't.
Oh, that's
I can't.
You can't. But he was touching himself while you were saying that, though.
I saw his hands getting lower and lower.
All right, that's sick.
In a circular motion too.
I think that's a good way to wrap it up, I think.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, man. And you're
Mazel, you
You're,
are one sick motherfucker.
the one that acted it out. Who's the sick mofo? And you're wearing your
Wow, you
Homes for
guys are-
Heroes shirt, too. Yeah.
Build to honor.
Build to honor.
I don't know if
Yeah.
Something's wrong with the
Elizabeth,
we gotta get
you
checked.
What's that?
do they do like anything together, Homes for Heroes or Build to Honor or anything like that, or Tunnel the Towers or anything like
Yes,
that?
Tunnel
You
the
guys all work
Towers.
together?
They have kind of coordinated together with that. I'm not sure exactly how, but
Okay.
I know they have kind of coordinated a bit together. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on that.
You know, well, funny story, last story. It's not funny, but
Right.
Tunnel to the Towers actually gave a Marine's wife. He was one of my Marines, and he died in Afghanistan. I only met him once, and then he went out. I got out, and he went to Afghanistan. But he died. His name was Lance Corporal Andrew Carpenter, and he died in Iraq, in Afghanistan. And his wife got a house from Tunnel to the Towers, and the husband is they named a Marine Corps League department after him in Tennessee. It's pretty cool. So Tunnels to Towers, Home for Heroes, all these things are definitely much needed for some of our guys.
Yeah, one of our guys got a free house, too.
Yeah, Chris Lewis.
Christopher Lewis.
He got a free house
Yeah.
from them.
Really?
Very good.
Nice.
Nice.
You don't, hey, the only problem with that is it's bad for Roy.
That's
Bad for
okay.
Roy.
I'm all right with that.
Hey, listen.
I don't need
when
every deal.
sell
I
my-
just need,
when I sell
just
my
need my
house,
share. That's it.
That's right.
I'm going with all three of you guys. Okay, when I sell and buy. Hey, are you guys good in like other states, Roy? Like
Yeah.
Tennessee, South Carolina, Florida, all those states?
You ain't
Yep.
going nowhere.
Yeah, you're staying.
I
here.
am.
We're
We are.
going to keep you here.
You talk to Katrina. We're
Mhm.
going.
That's
You
not
are
a bad
not.
thing for Roy. Let me tell you why. That's an asset with
Why?
no debt attached to it.
There you go.
Well, there he goes
Oh.
talking his financial crap.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
That is money waiting to be flipped. All right.
well, I'm gonna get a house in Sewanee, Tennessee, when my mom passes away. I already know. I want to turn this one into like a renter's kingdom. I don't know. Can you guys help with that?
Sure.
Yes. Awesome.
Are you gonna put a red light on your front door?
No, not at all.
I don't recommend it.
If you do it,
Why would
you got to stand outside like this.
Here we go again.
There we go. See, us Marines, we don't have a problem with that whatsoever.
The whole time.
Well, so
Mazel, you better do that the whole time we have our meeting on the 20th. You better just be doing that the entire time.
a lot of our listeners just listen to the audio portion. I highly suggest you just hop on over to the YouTube channel and look at what these gentlemen are doing.
Oh, my Lord.
I love each and every single one of you. You guys are hilarious. And Roy, Elizabeth, it was awesome to see you on Saturday.
You too.
I think you guys did great. And I'm glad I gave you those poppies because our poppies
I know you
gone.
are.
Like, oh, they're gone.
I know. Yep. Mm-hmm. I
They're
got
all
a bag
gone. Like
full of them.
we had a whole box and they're gone. Like we got to wait until February to get more because of those two people right there.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yep.
Where'd they go?
Great.
It's
Well,
You got a poppy? You got a poppy?
I got
with you?
him.
I got a question. What's a poppy?
Really? Seriously?
What?
Hey, Mazel, you come to the meeting on the 20th and we will tell you what a poppy
We'll give you
is.
some poppies.
Yeah. I'll give you poppies.
I mean-
poppy.
Yeah.
Talking about poppy seeds?
They
you
go.
ever hear of Flanders Field,
Yeah. World War One,
World War
the
One?
flower
You
growing
ever
out
hear
of the
it?
blood.
Oh yeah, I have heard of that.
Yeah.
They didn't teach us this
have it.
at the recruit training
Yeah.
center. Which
No,
by the
they
way, oh,
teach
there
you-
it is.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
I didn't-
Beautiful
yeah.
poppy.
I didn't know about them until I joined the American Legion.
Yeah.
Years
What's that?
later after I discharged.
I mean, I had seen them, but I didn't really know what.
Gutierrez, did you go to Paris Island or did you go to San Diego?
I love the sand fleas, so I had to go to Paris Island.
Where real Marines are made. That's right. Awesome.
Oh boy.
Good.
No cardboard
What
marine
battalion?
here. What battalion was I? I think it was Mike.
Second, first, third. So you were third
2074.
battalion. So you were, yeah, you were
2074.
third battalion. Okay. Good to
I
go.
don't remember.
Sorry.
All right. You guys done now?
Hey, Baron, come here, Baron.
Done reminiscing?
Hi, Baron. Hi. Hi. Give me a kiss. Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
All right. Well, if I'm home from Detroit by Monday evening, I will meet you guys at the VFW meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys have a great meeting. Hopefully, I'll be there
And
so
Roy,
I can peddle my book
Roy and
And when
Fleek,
is
I will
that?
see you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Monday.
At what time?
Monday, November 20th. And
Yeah.
Roy, Fleek, I will see you at
Just-
the American Legion meeting.
Just
on
make sure
Thursday.
you just text Andrew on Monday
text
morning
me.
and ask him
Remember to text
Okay.
me and ask me when the meeting is.
what's that
Please.
meeting.
Will do.
And if
I
I
he loves
respond back F you, then I'm sorry.
I'll still love you.
It's
All
code
right.
for
I
the
know.
family.
I love.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to sign off now. Stick around for a second. Peace out, everybody. See you next week.